can you talk me through of that transition? Because you had a family, you have a daughter, right? So you've had family, you've done all of that. I'm not sure how old you are, and I won't ask, but like you've come through the industry, and at some point, I assume you had a regular job, right? How did you make this transition into just saying, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to pursue it as my career, and I'm going to live on this, my bread and butter? How did you do that?
Well, it's funny you asked that because just last week I had a job offer for a real job, 70,000 a year, benefits, pension, 401k. And the caveat to that was, if you take this job, you won't be able to take any time off to do acting. I thought about it for about 2 seconds, and I thought, I will be financially stable. Like, I don't even know what that's like. I will be financially stable, but I will be miserable. Like, I think I am going to go to being broke and completely happy. So it is something I still have come through my life and crossed my life. Like, no, like you need to get a job. You need to have retirement. You need to have savings. Do I? So the whole thing started for me as far as like committing. So I had jobs, and the last like job I had, I quit because it was a retail job, and the store manager would make us stay and unload trucks after shift, after the store closed. And there were times we would be there till 1:32 in the morning. And then if you open the next morning at 6:00, oh well. And I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Not doing this anymore. So I started doing Uber and Lyft. I was like, I'm just gonna like do this, and I'm gonna try to figure out where I'm supposed to go. And during that time period, a friend of mine went to a concert, and they were filming Chicago Fire next door. And I just said to her, just like, it'd be really fun to like prance around on one of those sets. Like, I just want to like do that. And she goes, oh, I've got friends who do that. I'll give them your information. And I just kind of laughed, like, that's not how it works. Sure enough, I get from Chicago Fire, and they're like, we understand you want to be background. Here's a role. We need a guy on a bike just riding around in the background.
And the bicycle?
Yeah. And it was July 19th, 2019. Still remember the day. And I loved it. It was 16 hours. It was super cool. I was like, this is so fun. So I did a whole bunch of other Chicago Fires, and then Chicago PDs, and then I did Empire. And during Empire, I would stand there in my suit behind Terrence Howard, looking all security-ish, and watching him and Taraji Henson every day. I was like, I can do that. I can totally do that. So I started like auditioning for like student films just to see if I could land a role, and to see if I could memorize something. Like, that was my biggest fear, was like, I don't know how I'm going to memorize all these words. So the first thing I auditioned for, I got it. So I was like, oh, okay, this is all right. Then I auditioned for another thing, and it was a web series called The Killers Club. And I got that role. And when I went to set, like, all these other people were like full-fledged actors. And I was like, what am I doing here? Like, oh my God, like they're gonna find out, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, and so the first day we went to set, and it was just like a meet and greet, and like everyone get to know each other. And then all of a sudden someone was like, let's run the lines. And everyone put their scripts down. And I was like, oh. And I made it through the whole thing. Like, I somehow remembered the lines. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe I did that. And so I started like auditioning just for more little things like that. And I was getting the bulk of things I auditioned for. And I mean, now I'm to the point where like we just did the After series, and that was how many hundreds of people auditioned for that. And So yeah, it just like, once I realized, I'm not terrible at this.
No, you're actually kind of really, really good at it.